One day we were on a train coming from work, and we would go to a daycare by my job, and we were on the train. He was sitting on my lap. The train wasn't crowded or anything. It was just a regular rush hour train. The minute the train door closed, his mouth opened. And it's about a 25-minute ride. For 25 minutes nonstop, he yelled to the top of his little voice. For no reason, I didn't know if it was the sound, the movement, me, if he was sick. He could not tell me what was wrong. So for 25 minutes, he's yelling at the top of his voice. And when we got to Logan Square, the door opened. He stopped crying, but I started to cry because I knew then something's not so right with my baby.
Here is my window, here is my tower. See, we're so, so tall. Here is my crawl space under the stairwell. Now I'm very small. I don't remember the songs we used to sing. But I remember the light in your room after school. 'Cause we're here and now. Here you are laughing, now I am dancing. So go on.
Why is it that our brain, unlike the brain of any other animal, has been developed in a way that allows us to communicate in manners that are so subtle and so elegant and so complete that we really have to have profound concepts about our minds, about love and about hate and about preferences. And then there are a group of people, a small group of people, but a powerfully important group of people who have a deficit in that area.
Sorry?
Yes.
Watch out. I'm just gonna do a cartwheel.
Okay. Which season are you?
Summer?
Alright, summer.
Alright, wait. Will you please move?
Yes.
I don't need you to get kicked.
Don't kick me. I don't want to get kicked.
Because Mr. West will get mad at me.
Okay. One cartwheel. Yes. Okay. Show me the move for fall.
Fall,
Yeah, what's that?
throwing leaves up high.
Okay.
In winter, throwing snowballs. And spring is feeling the rain when I'm wet.
What's your favorite season?
My favorite season is spring.
Show me the rain again.
Too late. I have to go.
Okay.
For more than a decade, Jackie Russell has pursued a vision. As the co-founder and artistic director of the Chicago Children's Theater, she has also worked with children who have autism in the hope of creating more opportunities for them. But it was really the Friday morning she spends at Agassiz School which have evolved into something much bigger. Her dream of creating multi-sensory, interactive live theater for audiences on the autism spectrum.
Art just allows us to interpret the world and to have the world interpreted for us. And what we can hope for the Red Kite Project is that the kids will first and foremost have a great experience. Who knows, for some kids, some incredible a door might open for them.
It's about people, and it's and everybody was doing ballroom dance since when I was writing my on my paper.
I've been at Agassiz for 7 years now, and when I first came into the program, Jim Kirk was here, and he was working with Jackie Russell from, at that time, Looking Glass Theater.
Here we are together, happy as friends can be. Sit down, come gather around. It's
Elementary special education.
all right,
I would like to let's stretch up.
Oh, you'd like to do a little stretching?
Many people talk about individuals as autistic people. This is really not a fair or proper way to think about it. There are people who have autism. So even if you have autism and have difficulty communicating to other people, it doesn't mean you don't have your own thoughts, feelings, preferences, likes, dislikes, quirks, sense of humor, etc.
Hello, sky. Hello, ground.
And now?
What we found was within our classroom and with kids with autism, they have a difficult time expressing their emotions and also interpreting the emotions of others. So a lot of times you'll have kids acting out because they're frustrated about one thing or another. They'll be beating, on the floor or tantruming, and it's over something very simple, and they can't just get out the emotion that I'm upset that you took that away from me, or I'm upset that there's a change in the schedule and we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing.
The problem is that for someone with autism, they have difficulty telling you, communicating explicitly what the problem is, and secondly, coming up with a reasonable social strategy to deal with it.
We're also seeing them just very flat affect. They didn't have a range of emotions within their face. Their face kind of always read the same.
Turn your head. No, thank you. No, thank you. Turn your head.
No, thank you.
Okay. We realized that kids with autism have a really difficult time understanding the nuances of emotion, and it leaves them very vulnerable and very isolated.
Autism is what we refer to as a pediatric onset neurodevelopmental disorder. And by that we mean it's a disorder that begins in early childhood, actually probably during fetal development, that leads to disruption in the way the central nervous system develops, and as a result leaves the individual with a series of difficulties in establishing and maintaining reciprocal social communication.
What's next after yes, please?
No, thank you.
Can you show me?
No.
Show me with your head.
No.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
When something important is happening, we go right here to this part of the face, because there's so much happening with our eyebrows and our eyelids and the corners of our eyes that say so much.
Come on, Abu, let's see it. Worry.
Well, if it's someone who can't use that information, then you have to give them something else.
And so we started exploring just changing their faces up, and it was contrived at first, and we were doing it as a contrived thing, like show me happy and
Excited.
trying to get that out of them, trying to have them look, oh, my eyebrows are raised, my mouth is turned up.
We started noticing that the kids were developing deeper friendships and relationships. A lot of that because of drama time.
And those things slowly, as we continued the drama games and just the drama activities, those things slowly started to become part of their natural way to interact with others.
I started teaching 1 or 2 units a year there, and then realized that I needed to be there on a regular basis because just coming in for a few weeks with these kids is not really very effective.
Ready to work.
But also because the kids would get really mad at me when I wasn't there for a while.
Okay, there's another one.
Instead of being more in their face and more at them, what we try to do is say, okay, that doesn't work, let's try this.
Shake our arms. Thank you, Marcus.
That doesn't work, okay, we'll make music. If that doesn't work, we'll make funny sounds. And if you watch really good people who work with kids with autism, they're constantly changing the way they communicate with them until they find the way to communicate.
Billy says it's time to shake our hands and our arms.
We've created a curriculum of doing this through using theater games, as well as other forms of art to get kids to really study and examine emotions.
I remember the first kind of thing that Jackie brought into the classroom was, that I remember, is yes it is.
Yes, it is.
And it's basically what's called a transformation game, where you take an object and you transform it using your imagination.
So she would do something and then the kids would say, oh yes it is.
Show us.